Hi guys, it's Trisha here, SmithsCraftyCreations.com. Now, while everybody else is banging on about the new catalogue, which I have been as well, I just want to draw your attention back to the How Sweet It Is suite, which is in the Spring-Summer catalogue, runs till 3rd of June 2019. Now, if you remember on one of my tricks and tips video, I was showing you how I store DSP that is in all shapes, and I've cut it down a little so it fits inside these wood mount stamp cases, the clear cases. You can order these in packs of 4. They're really good. So I thought what I'll do is I'm going to make a little card or two. Now the colours that come with this coordinating cardstock pack are Gorgeous Grape, Melon Mambo and Coastal Cabana. So I think I shall use a Coastal Cabana as a card base. Now in this catalogue it's pages 14, 15, just 14 and 15. If you've forgotten what it looks like, that's it there. Okay, so let me get this cut up for you. So I'm going to trim this down to 11.5 inches. Trim off that little excess. Then I want to cut it down the other way to 4.1 because the width of the paper's 8 inches and 8 2/8 of an inch, so that gives us 2 cards. And I'm going to score it at 5 3/4 inches, like so. Ta-da! Now I'll keep my trimmer close to hand because I want to trim down a piece of melon. Oh, what's that? Gorgeous Grape? Piece of Gorgeous Grape. It's that thick, I'm thinking I'm picking out 2 bits, but there we go. Now I want this 1/8 of an inch smaller than the card base. You'll find I do all my cards like this, so I'm going to cut it down to 4 inches by 5 and 5 5/8 of an inch, like so. And that is just enough to see the colour on your cardstock, which is absolutely gorgeous. They go really well together. Let me cut another piece. So 5 5/8 again, and that'll do card number 2, which I did not score, but I shall score now. Now remember, when these go, they won't be coming back, so if you don't already have this set, it's worthwhile getting your hands on it. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love if you picked me to be your demonstrator. I've got a lovely little reward program that goes on, and I also send thank you gifts and some freebies to all customers who order. So right, so I've got my card base there. I'm going to now have a wee rummage through this, but hang on, I forgot my stamp set. Where did I put it? Here it is. Here we go, this is a coordinating stamp set. So I want to get my Stamparatus on hand to do some stamping with that, because my blocks aren't big enough for some of the sentiments you see. So, right, now what I want is let me see what kind of background. I think we'll go with this. Once I cut it down, I'll maybe change my mind and go with the reverse side, but maybe not. So you want this, whoops, upside down. You want this bit cut to 5 1/2 by 3 7/8. Now if you wanted more of a border, obviously you would need to take more off of that. But basically that is enough right there. Okay, now I want another piece of Gorgeous Grapes. So let me get a bit of scrap, and I want it to go across here. So I need to cut it the same, which is 3 7/8. cut it the same length, and I'll cut this at 5/8 of an inch. No, I'll cut it at 1/2 an inch. Is that 1/2 an inch? No, it's not 1/2 an inch. That is 3/4 of an inch, sorry. So what I want to do, I want to layer it up with this. So if I do 3 7/8 again for the length, you just got to use all your scraps, you see. And then I want that cut to 1/2 an inch. Now this is where it gets tricky because there's not a guide on this to help with the 1/2 an inch mark. So what you need to do is just make sure that it's lined up and there's an equal gap on each side, and then you put some pressure on the handle section here before you draw your cutter down it. There we go. Awesome. And that is going to go on there. So let me shift that out the rods. Now I'm just going to tear this quickly. Hey, tumble, tumble. There we have it. If you have the snail adhesive, use that, it's a lot quicker. But I'm not the best at putting down my layers, so she says, and then she does it okay. Oh, that's all right. Now that's the front of the card. So this is going to go in here, like so. And then I'm going to stamp something on there. Now that looks a bit busy on the eyes, so let me swap that round so it's all flowing. Whoops, flowing the same way. You see that? No, it's not that way. Oh, what have I done? How's that? Don't like that. That's better. What I'll do is I'll just trim this bit down. That's too difficult on the eyes. And those of you who are slightly OCD like me, that's better, and then it flows fabulous. Look at that. Yay. Good. Now, what I want to do is I want to stamp. I'll stamp that one there. Do I? No. You know what, I'm going to get a bigger bit and I'm going to put it across this way. And I'll tell you why. Because that, I need a gap at the end of this. Whoops. I need a gap at the end basically, so my desk's all skew today. Sorry, that's me in shot now. I do apologise. Right, so let me get another bit of, you know what, I think I'll get a bit of Coastal Cabana. No, I'll go for pink. I want a bit of colour in here. So Melon Mambo. Now if you remember, this bit measured, let me see, because I'm on centimetres here. This was 3 7/8 by 5.5. So I want a piece that's 5.5. By 3 and, no, I want it at 3/4 of an inch, don't I? Right, so let's line that up. That's all even, thank goodness. And there we go. Sorted. Don't know whether I'm coming or going today. Never mind. Never mind. And if I put that on there, and then I'm going to get a bit of wisp of white. I've got some scraps here, and I want this at a little bit smaller than 3/4, so I need to measure it at 5.5 first by, I'd say, 5/8 of an inch, and that way it's going to cut straight on this board. Ta-da! Done. So this is going to go in here. like so. Alright. Excuse me. Right, now I want to stamp on this first. Let me get my stamp apparatus. And then we'll put it all together. And I'll show you what the wee extra biggies I'm going to put on. Now, I want the sentiment to this side as much as possible. So I'm going to pop the magnet at the right hand side. Now, I've done in another video, I sat my stamp apparatus on a stamp and then it sneaks in there, stays on there, whoops. At least I'm not hunting for it this time. And I'm going to go with Gorgeous Grape for this, I think. Yeah. So, let me open up my Gorgeous Grape. I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. Like so. That looks pretty good. There's a little pressure on there. And the lift. Awesome. Give that a wee wipe before you put it back. Right, now get rid of the stamp apparatus. Goodness, I make a right mess, don't I? Right, now, I want this to go on here, so I'm just going to stick it down. Now, I don't have any embellishments that match with this. I'm afraid, because I don't tend to buy the full suites. But you know what, that's fine, because we're all human, we can't all afford. You know what, should I swap it around like that? What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to glue it down that way. Yeah, I like that. It's still a contrast of colours because this is more Highland Heather on top of the Gorgeous Grape. Now I want to cut out a little banner bit here, like so. You just cut it up the middle, or you can use your banner punch, whatever you so desire. Okay, and I'm going to glue this down. Like so. And I'm going to put it up slightly on the card. I'm going to keep it flush with the left side though, just to keep everything nice and neat. Now, what I have in my little storage box is a whole array of pre-cut images that I previously cut out in my scan and cut a while back. Now, if I had the framelits for this, I would stamp and cut out in colour, but using blends or what have you, but I don't actually have the framelits for these, and I'm kind of glad because this set's not going to be around very much, so that one I think is too bulky, so I'm going to go with this, like so. Now what I want to do is I'm going to put a bit of glue in the middle and then two little dimensionals on each side. Just the minis. They're not as thick height-wise as the normal dimensionals. If you like this video, I really would appreciate a little thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, then feel free to put a thumbs down, but nobody likes thumbs down, do they? We're all just crafty people trying to make a crafty journey more exciting. And there we go. How gorgeous is that? Super sweet. Right, let's move on to the next card. So, again, we have the Coastal Cabana background. I'm not going to use the Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to cut down a piece of Melon Mambo actually this time. And remember the measurements. Oops, what's happened here? It is 4 inches by 5 and 4. 5 and 5/8, so I need to cut it this way. So 5 and 5/8, trim that down, and 4 inches. Right, so I'm going to stick that down now. Like so. I'm going to pop it on there. Like that, and it's a bit out. Just quickly shimmy it about a wee bit. My hands aren't working today, I'm so sorry. Because there's a little bit more of a border at the other side than there should be. I've maybe just cut a little bit squint. You know what, no one's going to notice, are they? Right, so there we go. Should I put a little stamping layer on and do some colouring? No. No. Let's find another piece of DSP. Let's go, you know what? Maybe I will use a stamping layer because I'm going to do something special. Right, so this needs a little piece of it. I'm just going to use this scrap bit, you see. There's no point in cutting another bit. I'll just use this but make it a little shorter. Let's see how that fits. Yep, just eyeball it. Super. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use some of these scraps. Right, let's mix it up a bit. So I've got that one. I'll cut this one down. I'll cut this one down. Yeah. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut these into 1/2 inch lengths, alright? I will use these again, so don't worry about wastage. Don't panic. I keep that bit. I'm going to cut these down. And what I'm going to do is make the front layer of a card using scraps. So there's a couple of them. Let's cut this one down. Don't need to be the same length or anything, or the same width rather. And cut this one down. But if you're OCD, you might want them all the same length, which is what I'm doing. Like so. Cut this one. And cut this one down. It's going to be quite a long video, guys, but doesn't matter. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly place, I'm just going to put glue all over this, especially at the edges, and I'm going to randomly place some of the DSP across there, like so. Now they do need to be cut straight, so that when you're lining them up, you're not going to get any white gaps. So I'll do that one again. You've probably seen this before. It's quite good. And just stick them down. Take care of your Tombow not to get it on your hands. Put this bit here, that's a nice one, this spotty one. I forgot that was in the set. It's good to contrast the colours against each other though. Like, don't put two greens together or anything like that. Like so. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. There's some pink. What's this? Now I've already used pink at that end, so let me do that. Cut that off there. Put that there. And we're going to use another little bit purple here. So that's all, look at the state of it. That's all stuck down. All I need to do now is cut away all of the sides of this, okay? Be careful not to cut into your card layer there. Now you see this bit's folding a little bit, so it needs a bit more glue. And be careful with your snips. Right, let me leave that one a bit longer. It's about falling off. See, I've no patience. No patience at all. Shouldn't really be using these when there's wet glue about. Let me get my old ones actually. I'll use the cheapy crappy ones. Oh, cheapy crappy ones are harder to cut. So I'm just trimming all that away. I don't like to do my videos too long. Oops, I've just took that off there. That's because I've got glue. Got glue on my fingers. Right, so pop that back on. Right. Goodbye scraps. And look, how gorgeous is that? I'm going to pop that on there. And I think I'll get a piece of polka dot tulle ribbon, because it's the only one I have that will match. I'm just going to cut a piece off. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it yet. Okay, now I am going to get some, oh look how gorgeous is that. I'm going to get some elements and I'm going to layer them like so. Let me move that out of the way. Like that, like that, like that. And I think that's far too busy, so just scrap that. I'll worry about that when I come to it later. Now I want to put this piece of ribbon on here. Now I want to tie a little bow first before I adhere it down. And I'm just going to go with the lazy bow, which is just basically a double knot. Like that, a square bow. And that is pretty much holding itself on, so that's good. Now I'm just going to do a little snip and then a little snip to get the little flag at the end. I will use my Stampin' Up for that though. Snip and snip. How cute. That is just awesome. Fantastic. Right, and let me get my circle punches out. I will link all of the projects and like I say, all of the products, sorry. And like I say, if you're wanting to get a hold of this stuff, you really need to be ordering now because time is fast approaching. Right, I'm going to use the 2-inch punch for my Whisper White layer, and I'm going to use a Starburst punch on a piece of, whoops, wibbly wobble, on a piece of gorgeous grape, and I think that will contrast perfect in the card. Yeah, awesome. Right, now I just need to stamp this. So if I get a little stamping block, get me stamps, and pick a sentiment. Now I'm going to do happy birthday. I'm going to do 2 stamps on it, 2 sentiments, so happy birthday. And sweets for you, like so. So what we do is you want to stamp them one at a time, obviously. So let me get the gorgeous grape, stamp happy birthday on it. Great colours these, absolutely fantastic. And do I have Melon Mambo? I don't know if I have Melon Mambo. In which case, I will use Bermuda Bay. I think that'll go quite nice. So sweets for you in the Bermuda Bay. Stamp as straight as you can. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. Right, that's fine. So what else can we put on here? Get all these away. Now, I've lost the stamp again. Don't know where the hang it's went. It's probably still in my Stampin'Up. Right, so let's finish this card off. Time's going on now. That's 25 minutes nearly. Jesus. I hope you watch it to the end, guys. Give giving you two ideas here, which is always better than one. Need my dimensionals. See how I am a messy crafter? I'm sure there's a lot of us out there that are like that. Right, now I want to adhere this with some dimension. Make sure you put some in the middle so it doesn't kind of fall in. I'm just going to cross some over on top of the ribbon. Can never have too much dimension in a card. Eh? Yep. So, this is going to be a Make It Monday episode. Right, let me pop that on there. Wow, how awesome! What child, or girly girl, or girly boy would not love that? Right, let's get this adhesed on as well. That's not even a word, but never mind. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just going to use 3 dimensionals because don't drop it on your card. Should I put it there? No, I'm going to pop it down here, like so. Now, I wonder if I am able to put some extra things in here, like so. No, I'm going to leave it plain. Right, so to recap, that is some scraps from the How Sweet It Is range. And I've used Costa Cabana, Melon Mambo, Gorgeous Grape, Bermuda Bay. Is it Bermuda Bay? No, Costa Cabana, I do apologise. And this is the 2 lovely wee cards. So I'm going to keep working on and make some more cards. And I'll link some of these in the blog as well. Please go and check it out at SmithsCraftyCreations.com. The most recent blog's always on the top. On the home page, so you may need to scroll back to find it depending on when this video is going to be produced. Okay, so thanks again for tuning in, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.